Now, when police officer can't ignore a damn child, I was staying in Detroit at the time. And I don't know, shit, what year that song came out? 88, 89? I don't know. I couldn't have been no more than 10 years old. See, those kind of empirical things right there is what the system don't count on. They wanted to traumatize folks and then shut us all the way down. But some of us, it don't do nothing but waking up the lion that's in us. And that's just a different kind of mentality. But we know the unity of all of us is gonna get the job done, y'all. We agree on some stuff, we don't agree on some stuff. So, but we know that side of the fence. I don't think y'all really empathizing with what we're saying and why we're saying it. Yeah, we are conservative, but trace the logic on why we conservative. Of people that's been enslaved, rape, murder, torture, and another people's culture and habits been dumped upon us, and we're gonna keep following down their line of thinking and their cultural. They take our trends and twist them against us anyway. We can set our own trends. We set them anyway. So
yeah, but why do our trends have to be anti other people's existence? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why is it that we have to make synonymous with Black culture also being in rejection to LGBTQ, certain types of women's rights? Like, why are those things synonymous for our culture?
They're not.
Okay, fair question. Well, I would just point out to qualify it, remember now, I'm a felon, and that's my fault. So the culture of America has standards. And
hey, Corey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall off the panel, man, because we've got 15 minutes for this next show. But check this out, man, and thank everybody that's on the panel, man, and everybody that showed up for the show. I'm gonna get out in the audience, man, but I'm gonna get ready for this show at 7:15. But check this out. You missed the show earlier, man. Go back and listen to the show that we started this morning. And I think like the first 15, 20 minutes is going to give you detail, all the information. Everybody's excited about it. You go back and listen to it. Now, if you have any questions, you just hit me up. You got my number. And we'll finish processing everything so you can get everything rolling in your city. Shout out to everybody that was at that meeting this morning for what we got going on. Shout out to the brother Doug. He got 2 nieces already that he's going to put in the program. Oh, and by the way, Big Boy is so racist. Doug is a white guy. Oh. But anyway, shout out to Doug, man. He got 2 nieces that he wants to be a part of the program. So between 2 people that Doug knows outside of my city, who I have planned to be a part of the program. Shout out to Doug and the sister Humble Kate. She want her 15-year-old son to be a part of the program. So we got, it's starting off great, man. Shout out to everybody that's going to be a part of it. Real talk, yeah, listen to it too, man, because I think it's something that you probably don't want to be implementing the ODO way in the Midwest, homie. So when you get a hold to the information and stuff, you can get with 40 or myself, so you can get all the details that you need to get for it. But if you listen to the first, because I think he was doing an interview this morning and stuff. So
yeah.
If you listen to the first 20 minutes, you get the information you need. And, we'll chop it up in the back channel. You can hit me on 40 up to give you all the details you need to help the kids over there where you are. Because I know you are.
That was a great show y'all did this morning.
Oh, yeah. You was there. So somehow you can kind of give them a little, tell them about it too. But yeah, real talk, make sure you look into that shit, man, because I think you're going to want to implement that with what you already doing in your city, homie.
I'm about it. I'm here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody, man, and I'll see y'all at 7:15, man.
Peace, big boy. Thank you, big boy. You have a great night.
Humility is very important, and it's wrong for somebody that's highly educated to just be assumed that nobody else has anything to offer. However, equally, and I think this is the most frequent direction of it, it's also very wrong for people that have no education in a particular field to turn around and tell people in that field how their jobs work. I don't think that makes any sense. I'm not going to go to an engineer and just decide they know nothing about engineering without ever picking up an engineering book or looking into what they're even talking about. So I really wish we wouldn't treat sociology as though it's something which we all learned all about when we were 7.
But hold on. Yeah. Shout out to people. Make sure that y'all go definitely check out this talk from earlier today, because this ain't the first time that he did that. We complain about white supremacy and we make no apologies about that. But sometimes people thinking that that's all we do is be on here talking, and we not actually in our communities trying to make a difference and turn around the very stereotypes and negativity that was brought on by white supremacy that we complaining about, to get our people on something positive.
Hey Corey, so are y'all trying to prove people wrong or actually help the black community?
No, we're not trying to prove nobody wrong. We was doing this here before it was social media. This is not, so.
I thought you just said you wanted to prove everybody wrong, that y'all aren't just on here talking.
No, I said that. No, I said
okay.
we do more than just complain. We actually do stuff in the community.
Okay.
In real life. The skills, the resources, the talents, whatever, we give this out for real. We literally hold classes and seminars and teaching events. Literally, so that's the reason why when Big Boy saying being in tune with your people, when I'm saying that y'all not empathizing with why we got to how we got to where we at. In the face of not being able to dismiss the racism that we complain about. So it's an arduous task for us to deal with our people and having to be fighting the very same people that we're trying to save. And I'm not just talking about us on the panel that disagree. You think we don't have no problems? Well, it ain't always a smooth journey when we out here in these streets here. And this all this dude know. So I had to learn. Before I go to him with that shit, I need to come with some ideas and some solutions on what he can do. Other than, and that's where the entrepreneurship classes kind of come in at there. I can't say I'm an expert in financial literacy, but I know what direction to point them into. That's how the community's supposed to work in networking and resourcing there. But that comes with us thinking for ourselves, and then we have to separate from the mentality, the culture, and the people that put us in this position. So we can do for ourselves. We ain't got to go to the government, but it takes a certain mentality to get it done. But it was a question that you had asked Real Talk that I don't know if I covered it just now.
No, I was asking why is it that the cultural values of the community have to appear to be homophobic or misogynist.
Or misandry, because that's what we would say it is, right? Well, it's according to whose standard is what that would be. Because when I say like I'm a felon, so there's a standard of things that I no longer have access to.
I'm sorry, not misogynistic. Sorry. My apologies.
What you mean patriotic?
So like it seems as though like some of the things that we have to culturally align with like women have one place, like the system is more patriarchal, the system is more I forget what word it is, where like it's almost like we're geared against women in a way.
It's revered against women?
No, we're geared against them. Like we go against them.
Well, that would be actually the white man. That would be Joe Biden saying that they're a birthday person. See, that's where that coming from. That's not coming from us, because the you know, the notion is based upon we are people that have been enslaved, and the ideas that we have to sift through them because they have been forced on us by an oppressor. For example, French fries and hamburgers was not in our diet prior to
Juicy, what's up with you, man?
just a minute example.
I'm just chilling,
So,
chatting again.
there's a
I can't say
dietary
nothing in there because they banned me for no reason.
There's a spiritual military component. Whatever you say about whichever category, I can show you.
I'm enrolling in college right now too, so
it already
it's cybersecurity.
And doing it in the fabric of the United States of America. You being an enforcer of the Constitution in your city. That's what undergirds. Now, your intention to look out for the people, that ain't got shit to do with the government. That's what y'all don't acknowledge. That ain't got nothing to do. You can have that motivation, but they ain't going to show you how to use your motivation. That's what the SOP is about. You use it within this construct of things. That's culture. So, anything that is white supremacist in nature.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, completely.
Rebuked it, rejected. We learn something from it at the same time now. And there you have it. So we reject LGBT. Why would we not reject LGBT? If the women was not the only ones that was raped during slavery, the men were raped too. When we talk in psychology now, the men were also.
Yep, just like the men in prison be getting raped, and then want to come out of prison and act like they wasn't getting raped.
Well, there you have it. So that's a right to reject.
You can't reject people's existence and ask them to also stand by it.
Well, that's a straw man argument. Number one, whoever came up with that is a lie.
That is not a straw man argument.
No, it's a straw man argument that comes from the status quo. That's not your argument. You just believe it's your argument. Because let me show you where I've heard this argument before. Watch the principles. When the state of Israel talked about their right to exist. Same thing you just said. Like, who said that? We never said that. Our evidence, though, right, has not been reviewed and examined to our rebuttal, which we give in the rebuttal. You've heard me talk about James Baldwin, and contemporary example, Marcel Dixon ran for, and he bagged up by the grassroots. Marcel Dixon over there in South Carolina just was running against Jim Clyburn. So even though we don't agree, myself, with the political,
what about people like Bayard Rustin? What about those kinds of people?
Bayard Rustin was a government agent.
Bayard Rustin was a
government agent.
I don't think that's true.
Oh yeah. See, you got to go in and investigate our resources now. Because now, remember now, this is the street side of things here now. I'm on the street side of it now. So, and you know how
that was a notion inserted by.
You can't have a second account on that app.
Of multiple colors.
You can't have multiple accounts on that app.
He was gay. And they said that because he was gay, he had to work.
You can't have second accounts on that app. But what I did was all the people that got check marks, because they're all homosexual. And they're highly heterophobic. So what I did with them is I just reported all of them. Because those are the only people in my stream yesterday, because I was on YouTube and there at the same time, and I was just asking questions. I wasn't disrespectful. I mean, I actually got it. If you want to listen to it, we can listen to it for 41 minutes to the point to where I got cut off. But I wasn't. I was asking questions, and I was told because of the way I talk because they knew it was a black guy. I was told that I couldn't read. I was told that the LGBTQ community's agenda was to get people to read. I was told that I couldn't count. And those weren't any other things that I asked one thing. Why would a heterophobic why would a heterosexual person? What's up, Julie? Why would a hey, what's up with you, Lucille? Okay, I'll play it, Lucille. What's up, Shauna? My little cousin. Take care of mucho, la wonderful. But my only question was, how come a homosexual, a heterosexual person, why do we need to march with homosexual people if that's not our fight? You're actually, what I was saying is that we don't have to be against each other. But I don't feel that just because I'm not okay with that, I'm not your enemy. I clearly stated that I'm the guy that wouldn't let nobody just do you wrong because you're homosexual. But I'm not going to march with you because I'm heterosexual. I'm not even God. I'm not even saying what you're doing is wrong. I'm just saying I don't have a dog in that fight. And why do homosexual people try to force you to have a dog in that fight? And if you don't, you get banned off websites. See, my whole thing is, I think that the people that run these sites are homosexual. And when they have to agree with you, then they get upset. Like this guy here, he said homosexuality was genetic. That's awkward because the family member that I knew that was homosexual, his mom was straight. His dad was straight. How did he become homosexual if it's genetic? Because they had to both be straight in order to make him. See, we can answer small questions. We can ask questions like that if we just listen to the question that people pose. And then my next question was, okay, is pedophilia genetic? And how is it genetic? You mean tell me if two old people have a baby and he like little boys, that makes sense in the genes. That doesn't make any sense. Neither one of them mess with children. So how is that genetic? No, it's not genetic. It's a choice. Well, it's not that they can't answer, Lucy. It's that it's not even that they can't answer. You know what it is, Lucy? It's that they have to agree with you because that only makes sense. You would think that pedophilia would be genetic if an old woman messed with a little boy or a little old man messed with a little girl. Then that baby might have some pedophilia in them. But how you gonna have it in them if both the parents over 50? They didn't like kids. And if they both over 50 through their genetics, wouldn't you think both of their parents was old too? Wouldn't that suggest that? Where in the world would you suggest? No, I don't think anybody's born that way. I think there's something that happens, whether it's drug induced from the hospital and the infamil, the formula. Y'all pay attention, because they did it to the frogs. Lucille, you ever seen that? You ever seen them turn frogs gay with dope? Let me ask you this, because my brother Corey Muhammad just asked this guy that. He said, You can get stuff on TV right now that says you have suicidal thoughts. What makes you think that you can't get nothing over the TV that has a adverse effect that can be homosexual thoughts? You get where I'm coming from with that? We'll watch them and they'll say the side effects of this are stomach ache, migraine headache, suicidal thoughts. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. You mean you can tell me you can give me a dope that'll make me want to kill myself? And all I got is some dry skin? Would I okay. So at that point, can we also agree that if they got dope that they admit to doing that they probably had dope that they ain't admitted to that can make you have homosexual thoughts? But it's not in your genes. You can't prove that. Really? How many children you know come out and just straight start wanting to have sex? None, because that's the further from their mind. That ain't what they observe, and they trying to learn the regular stuff first. They got to learn how to walk. They got to learn how to talk. They having a hard time doing just that first. They sure ain't trying to have sex. So that makes you, so when you pick your sexual preference at 5, 6, or 7, what that tells normal people like me is that you've been exposed to people having sex around you as a child, and CPS ought to be in that mama's life if somebody care about that child, because all the other 99%, 90% of the rest of the school, somebody in grade school. I'm not talking about middle school and up. I'm talking about grade school. 99%, 90% of them kids ain't never heard of sex. How your child the only one to know he want to be a little girl when he a boy? First of all, answer something. If you've never been something, how can you feel like that? See, I never been a girl, so I wouldn't know how. I would just say, if I was homosexual, I'd just say I like boys. I wouldn't say I felt like a girl, because that's a lie. You've never been a girl. How you gonna feel like one? In order to feel like something, you have to have experienced it one time, or you can't feel like it. It's impossible. It's highly impossible. Am I right or wrong? Highly impossible. I mean, everything is possible, but it's highly impossible. How can you quote something you never heard before? How can you know something you never experienced before? How do kids figure out that when they're mad or when they're sad or when they're happy? Because when we do something for them and they give us the output of whatever we did, we teach them. What you mad at? Oh, that birthday present made you happy? Oh, that man ran over your dog. That made you sad. You was crying. You get where I'm coming from with that? Yep. But you can't possibly feel like a girl if you ain't never been a girl before, and vice versa. I don't understand when girls say, well, I feel like I'm a boy. No, you probably just like girl, but you can't feel like you're a boy. That's like you lying. When was the last time you was a boy? Well, I've never been a boy. Okay, so how you know how we feel? Ever been kicked in the nuts? Well, I don't have them. So you can't possibly experience being a boy. You don't have any nuts to kick. You don't know how that feels. And if you do get some, it ain't gonna matter if you kick them or not. They're not real. They're artificial. So you'll never know how that feels. Right? Can we agree to that? And see, when I ask questions like that and we have to agree, people get upset with me because their thing is to win the argument, but you can't win an argument with somebody that's making you agree with every point. And you have to agree because that's the truth. Out of your own mouth. No, it won't function. Nuh-uh. It won't function, Lucia. They already know. You remember, hey, y'all remember that lady? It's a lady, and she even got a thing on YouTube you can look up. She went and got the full transformation from a man to a woman. She got on there and said, man, I really messed up. Now I have no sexual preference or feeling at all. I thought I was going to get with a man and he was going to do something to me and I was going to feel something. I didn't feel anything. It was all a lie. I wish I had never done this. I messed way up. And I'm here to tell y'all. Women that try to get the thing put on, they'll tell you ain't nothing. It don't even get hard. Because see, what people that got balls in the dick, what we know, y'all know what make our dick hard? It's very simple. Y'all know. Great heart rate. The faster your heart beating at the healthiest, the harder your thing gonna get. If you don't believe me, after your man have his moment, lay on his chest and listen to his heart. And you'll say, God damn, his heart beating fastest. Yeah, your heartbeat. Blood circulation. That will make your thing hard. That's why them veins pop out on the motherfucker like that. How come y'all think people that overdose on Viagra die of a heart attack? They heart bust. Too much. Y'all never heard of that? I just had a homeboy too. Matter of fact, 3 old men got out the penitentiary, got hip to them blue pills and Viagra, and died trying to have sex with their girl. 3. Somebody told them it'll make it last all night long. They won't never have to stop, and their heart bust. When they was all in their 50s. So can we agree that a healthy heart rate makes you? That's all it triggers. That's all it triggers, ladies. And Farrah would tell you that men are so vulnerable when we have an orgasm. If you know how to apply pressure around their throat, you can choke them out and kill them. Farrah was in there one day saying that. Y'all know how crazy Farrah ass is. She be doing all kind of crazy shit. And that's true. Do y'all know how many people jack off to hang themselves? You ever heard of that death? That kind of suicide? This is stuff you can look up. I shouldn't be the only one to know this stuff. And maybe I am because I just listen to a lot of different stuff and I pay attention. I'm all over the place with everything, but I pay attention to a lot of different stuff. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, Farrah, y'all know Farrah. Wow. I think Lucia, you was in that chat that day. She told us that it was just out of the blue. We was talking about something, and she was like, "Yeah, when a man come, I'm gonna choke him because you'll kill him. You can choke him out. You can actually choke him, because and it's true. She wasn't lying. I was like, damn, Farrah, I know that's true, but damn, what the hell? We wasn't even having no conversation about that. What the hell made you say that? Who in here do you want to choke after you had sex with him? Ready Red? Because y'all know Red be flirting like him. Ready Red? Is that who you aiming at too? Because goddamn, that was brutal. And everybody in chat was like, damn, yeah, Pharaoh, where the fuck that come from? And we was laughing our ass off. And she was like, I was just saying a fun fact. That ain't no fun fact for no black dude or for no man in general. That ain't a fun fact. I don't want to know that. I'm that vulnerable. Ever since then, after me and my girl had sex, I go sit in the bathroom and lock the door. That bitch ain't killing me this evening. Fuck this. I'm gonna go in the bathroom. Baby, what you doing smoking a cigarette in the bathroom? Why you don't want to cuddle with me? Bitch, you ain't killing me. Farrah told me about what you doing. I always like to smoke a cigarette after sex. I don't never say. Shit, you gonna have every time y'all had sex, your husband gonna bone out. He ain't gonna roll over and be like, I'm gonna relax. He gonna be like, hell no, I done gotta fool around and got me some, man. I gotta take my shaky leg ass over in his bathroom and lock the door before Julie come behind me with a scarf and let me have it, and I can't do nothing about it. What'd you say? Put a neck brace? But shit, yeah, people crazy. And that's what I say. I was just asking questions. Hold on, Lucy. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna go back to because they had it. They had it on yesterday. Let me go play my chat. What's even messed up, I ain't have but 27 listeners on the whole thing. It's called stereo. What's up, go get him? Turn on some of my background music. I was gonna turn on my background music, but people started coming in, so I just went on in. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all coming in? Come on in. What's up over there? Brittany. I was just listening to a chat today, and somebody said, because I asked them, I say, yeah, we spend a lot of time on calling, labeling folks that don't agree with your lifestyle. We spend a lot of time, and this comes from, and I'm talking to a heterosexual man. We spend a lot of time defending homosexuality, but you heterosexual. To me, that makes you suspect. And I don't believe in such thing as bisexual. You lay down with a punk, you wake up a punk. I don't care how many more women you sleep with, you can't take it back. And so I asked the question why they don't have it. Oh, this is my show. I can have a show. Not anything normal, because I was saying, well, let's just be fair about it. And so what I'm getting out of it is they think homosexuality is like being black. They say you born homosexual, but I don't see that on the birth certificate. So has science and biology proved that you lying when you say, and you can pick your gender, and they don't even know what a gender is when they come out, how they pick that? Like I said, I'm listening to a stream today, and I'm like, a lot of what you're saying ain't making a whole lot of sense. It's just not making any sense. And then you're homophobic if you don't agree with them. But my whole thing is, like I say, straight people, we don't have to march and say, treat straight people right. The 9 times out of 10, Either you're dead wrong and you want people to make it right, or you're getting done wrong and people that doing it wrong know what's right. That's why you have a movement. But you don't have to have an LGBTQ community movement to be yourself. What you parading them down the street for? And then somebody said, well, don't take your kids to beaches because if you take them to beaches, you're showing them pornography. Really? But we do have this thing when you go swimming called swimsuits. So if you buy a swimsuit, you're actually indulging in pornography. I didn't know that. It makes no sense to me. When I buy a swimsuit, I buy it because it's the suit that you swim in. It has nothing to do with sex. How do we turn that in? We turn everything sexual. Hold on, let me get my one.
You're saying we don't have to march. Yeah, because there aren't any laws or regulations that apply to specifically like straight people, right? Like
Exactly.
in certain states, I'm allowed to be fired because I identify as pansexual. That's not a thing that straight people deal with. So that's why there's march. Also, all movements have an agenda. Like Emma Mayuka, she led the pecan shellers movement. Her agenda was equal pay for labor and labor rights and humane working conditions.
Do you hear these white people, crazy people?
Agenda. And but I would love to, actually, I would love to tell you about her agenda.
Do y'all hear them white people? Do y'all hear them people? Talk to me like I'm a damn fool. She said every movement has to have an agenda. And then she said, really? And then she says, well, this lady had a movement and her agenda was, and I was like, I thought you said that your movement doesn't have an agenda. What are you doing it for? Does that make any sense to anybody? If the civil rights movement didn't have an agenda, what was we doing it for? What was they out there marching for? This is some hilarious shit, y'all. I'm telling you, I can't make this shit up. This is a whole comedy skit. All right, Lucy. This is a whole comedy skit. Did you hear her? She contradicted her whole argument by telling me now she wants to tell me about some woman. She want me to stop talking about this. She want to change the show to what she wanted to be. Nah, let's keep going. I know, because all movements have an agenda. They want to change something. That's what I'm saying. But when you talk to homosexuals, they ain't trying to make an agenda. They don't have an agenda. They just want to be treated right. That's not. What are people doing to homosexual people that make them not be treated right? Hold on. If you in this, how in the world? Let's make sense of this. We got a whole man playing like a woman in the White House cabinet. Don't blame homosexuality on you not getting a job. You probably just couldn't do the job or they found somebody better. Let's go. Or they might have been worried about your lifestyle will cause a commotion in the office and nobody wants that. Have you ever thought about that? Probably had nothing to do with your sexuality. Number one, nobody at your job wants to hear about your sexuality. I don't care who it is. That's not something you discuss at work. Those are private matters. Private matters. Unless you in the porn industry, you shouldn't be at work discussing who you having sex with anyway. That makes no sense. When I go to work, regardless of what I do in my off time, that's not their business. It's a lot of black athletes, like Colin Kaepernick. He got put off the field because he causes too much havoc. What does that have to do with his sexuality? You didn't think about that, though, did you? All the priests in the Catholic Church, because they say that homosexuals are marginalized in the church. All the Catholic priests messing with little boys, they pedophiles and they homosexuals. How can they be against something that they do? Yes, every movement has an agenda. You're talking about somebody that grew up, who mama grew up in the civil rights movement. Okay? There was an agenda. We wanted to drink out of the same water fountains. We wanted to eat in the same places. There was a movement. You're trying to change something. But we have to look at natural order now. I just want to know, what's up, Dennis? What's up, Doug? I'm also on YouTube, y'all. I just want to know, is it one thing about it, there is no law against being righteous. Right? And I'm telling you, this gets, what's up, awesomeness? This gets dangerous. Because now you get to pick your gender. Right? But then people say, you can pick your gender, then they say, I didn't have a choice, I was born this way. Hold on, either you pick your gender or you don't have a choice, but you can't have a choice and be born like that at the same time. That's a lie. I don't care about your sexual preference. I just don't understand why homosexuals are heterophobia. Because we don't go marching and having to prove a point. But everywhere you go, whether it's on stereo or in the street, walking down the street, it's always somebody that's trying to prove why they right about something. Let me ask you this, if it was all men on this earth and no such thing as a woman, how are we going to procreate? We just had a Supreme Court justice say that she don't even know what a woman is. So how you gonna be homosexual and you ain't even a woman? Unless you go let a biologist tell you what you are. That's what she said, and it got to be law because she's a Supreme Court justice. She running stuff. She's the one you go to in front of court. So I'm gonna ask you this. If you go into a courtroom and you stole something, and they say, well, you are guilty of being a thief, you can say, no, I'm not no thief. I was born a discoverer. I didn't choose this, it chose me. See how dangerous that is? When I make up what I want to be as soon as I want to be it, and I tell the truth. I had this talk with a lady before. She said a man could have a baby. I said, how can a man have a baby? She said if the man identifies as a woman but don't get the genitals removed and then she get pregnant. Well, how she get pregnant? If she like girls, look like she like men. On every turn, homosexuals, hey man, y'all worst enemies, y'all, the people y'all recruit. Because they say one thing, they turn around and do another. Just like the boy that said he was a woman and went to the girls' penitentiary and got 3 girls pregnant. How did that happen? He's supposed to like boys.
You can have a job. It is recorded. Do you read? I know reading's really hard. So
See,
it's recorded that like people will be top performers at their jobs. Their employer will find out that they are gay and they will fire them.
What job? So we got one in the right house.
I really recommend reading. The gay agenda is to make people read.
See? Now I can't read. The gay agenda is to make people read. Did y'all hear that? I need to read, but she said the gay agenda is to make people read. Like people wasn't reading before folks was gay. What is wrong with you? When you talk, do you listen to yourself? Hold on, let me play another message. You are hilarious. When you talk, do you listen to yourself? The gay agenda is to make people read. God damn. I thought reading class and spelling words was the thing that made people read. I didn't know gay agenda did it. Girl, you smart. You sure right. You need to read some more. Let me play another message because this gonna be hilarious tonight.
Another part of the gay agenda is that we wouldn't be able to talk about fucking at work because you always hear the gays talking about fucking at work. That's all we talk about at work. Like it isn't like we want like to be free to have like a picture of our family on our desk at work. It isn't that we can be free to have a little flag that represents our identity. That's not what we're talking about. What the gays want to do, we want to fuck at work. Come on, gays, fucking at work.
Well, that's what you want to do. If that's what reading got you and that's your agenda, have at it. But I'm gonna tell you now, the biggest thorn in your side is you by your own comments. This is why nobody believes you. Because you just sat right here and said the gay agenda is to get people to read. Lord have mercy.
My agenda it's got gold leaf on the edges. It's gorgeous. It's a hardback. I highly recommend always getting a hardback when you're going to carry agenda around. And it's also got an index, and that just helps to keep clarity for your ideas.
See, they don't have anything. Both of them. This is a different. This is a gay guy now. You see, they avoid the questions because they have to agree.
Yeah, it's this company. It's called Lighthouse, but German. So, yeah.
Another cool thing that the gays are wanting to do. So since the gays we've stolen the rainbow, nobody can get it
They
back.
stole the rainbow, like they make the rainbow. Did you hear that shit?
Rainbow, y'all.
I'm putting stuff in the water to make the frogs gay. I want to put stuff in the rainbow food to make the people gay. So like I want to infect the Skittles with the gay, and like the regular goldfish are fine. The rainbow goldfish, those are the gay goldfish. Eat them, boom, gay. That's the gay agenda.
See, well, like I say, that's your own. We can't even have a conversation with people that's ignorant. We can't. This is why I say we can't have a conversation with people that's ignorant. People that's ignorant. And this is how gay people act, for real. And they wonder why they get fired from their job. Did you hear all this? She wonder why she don't have a job. Hold on, let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all would hire her based on that, not even knowing she gay? Based on that, on the sarcasm. No, what? The one lady going. It's not funny. It's way out of touch, and she ain't answered down questions. And not one. And she said some of the wildest shit in the world. The gay agenda is to make people read. You are hilarious. You are the biggest problem why nobody pays attention to y'all. Take you serious. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody.
Well,
Appreciate that, go get 'em.
Yeah, if it was all men, I get you. Totally couldn't procreate. So I recommend everyone be trans. And that way we just keep things going the way they've always been going.
No, that's might have been a European thing, but it ain't always been like that. Or maybe since you've been alive. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think some of y'all been fondled and don't know about it. Or maybe you like some of my homeboy. Got kids like that. The baby mama let the gay homeboy watch him while they went to the club, and you don't know what that man did to your child. All you know is that it ain't right.
Yeah, the homosexuals, we love being mad for no reason. We definitely don't have negative feelings toward homosexuals because they use us as a sexual resource from the beginning of time. They murdered us and tortured us. The Laramie case,
but she alive
so badly that the only part of his skin that you could see was down his eyes where he was crying in pain. Everything else was just covered in blood and a fucking mess. But yeah, I have no idea why gays. Come on, guys, it's not that serious.
If it's not that serious, why you leave 75 comments? See, and I'm just saying,
watching you try to do math is really funny.
See, now I can't do math. No, because you probably can't do math. You don't even understand that man times woman equals child. You think man times whatever I want to be equals child. Hey, how come y'all don't ever assume to be like a table or something and then try to procreate another table? Because it's impossible. I mean, you can pick your gender, right?
Because the situation that we're talking about is that, you know, like, you should get fired for what you're guilty of, and you're guilty of being gay, so you should be fired. So to counteract that, because you know what, you're so totally right, being gay is a terminable offense, so therefore I should be fired for it. What I'd like to do is this project where the gays don't have to work anymore, since they can just fire us for being gay. We don't have to work anymore. We're just literally pretty for a living.
Are you listening to her?
And like, then that's it. Like, congratulations, you're gay and hot. You don't have to work anymore, babe. Don't worry about it.
Watch what I tell her. You shouldn't have to work anymore anyway. If you're a woman, don't make me hurt your feelings. It ain't my fault you got a money maker between your legs and you broke and need a job. Pretty girls don't work. Just to be honest. So if you gotta get a job and you're a woman, you probably don't look that good. You probably just fooling yourself. And Facebook likes got you, or Instagram likes, or some of these people in your face got your head blowed up. Because ain't nobody taking care of you. How many drop dead gorgeous women you know with a job that have to work? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Also, the gay agenda also is to make you like just 100% gay, like as gay as we can be, because pansexual and bisexual people like me who experience attraction to both genders, for me, I don't want to like the men, right? So another
She don't
part
want to
of the
like a
agenda
man.
is that the bi people and the
She don't have a
pansexual people
choice,
don't
though.
have to struggle with being erased from the community, and we also don't have to struggle with.
But if she don't want to eat pizza,
so we all can just
she ain't gonna eat it.
They make this cute little like vegan shake, and it makes you either like all the way gay or all the way lesbian. It's awesome.
Well, Brittany, you can't make me read. Nothing you can do will make me read. Ain't nothing I'm gonna do that's gonna make me read. Never. Read a book. Books are written by Satan.
All white people think you can't read, but let's be honest. I am a comp sci major and a poli sci minor. Are you sure you want to have this conversation about reading? Are you serious? Do you want to have a conversation about reading?
I mean, I would hire Brittany in a second. Brittany, you're hired.
And she ain't even, and that's a damn shame. She ain't offered you no money, no nothing. You don't feel displeased that she hired you for free? Damn. Now, that's what I would be against. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't want, what's the good in getting hired if she ain't got no money?
Oh, Chris, cuckoo.
This is my
I
partner.
guess what my question is, I just got here. What's up, Chris? What up? My only question is, what is the agenda in your opinion? What does that look like? Because to me, when somebody says that somebody's having a movement, I think, well, this is an organized, concerted effort to get some type of political or legal recognition, but for what? So if the conversation is, well, gay people feel that they can't be open at work, if gay people feel that they can't do X, Y, Z within our society, which is the same conversation we had around, for instance, black hairstyles, then that might they might take seriously, and we ought to as well. It doesn't do us any good to kind of throw up barriers in their way. It's just going to make them fight a little harder, and it's going to get them more, most likely, notoriety as people will begin to sympathize more and more respect.
I get that real talk, and that's my whole point. A lot of us, heterosexual people, we don't give a damn. That's not our fight. Why do they get so offended, real talk, when we say that's not our fight? That's all. And then in real talk, you said, what is their agenda? You said it yourself. The question, the answer was in the question. You said, an organized, concerted effort to get some type of political, legal recognition. They already got that. Ain't it somebody in the cabinet right now that's a man that dresses up like a woman every day he go to work? Is she? We don't talk about him in the news. Nobody on here has brought him up. Nobody uses him as a as a nobody uses him as a reference. And gay people, do you think that us straight people can go to work and just be open with our sexuality and nothing happens? Do you really think that? Real talk. You're a cop. I love you, brother, for that. Thank you because we need you there. We need you right there. But real talk. If you really express your sexuality at work, being yourself, because I even had to check black people about talking about white people at work. Oh, white people, you gotta act white when you go to work, and white people be like, I gotta act white when I go to work. But y'all think this is the normal me at work? They do have things called sexual harassment. Those are people that express their sexual things at work. So what makes you gay people think that straight people can do that? And again, nobody cares about you being gay, but what is the movement for? You know, and this is getting dangerous because they really trying to put that pedosexual on and say they just like you. Because y'all saying y'all just like black people. You're born like that. See how dangerous it gets? They really trying to add that P on the end of that sexual thing, put that pedosexual in there too with them. Like you're born like that. See, when people mess with kids, they sick. Even homosexual people will say that. So that let you know homosexual people do choose because they don't choose little boys. They choose grown people. But a pedosexual, he choose kids. And he wrong. Hold on, wait a minute. You see how we can add sexual to anything? I'm pansexual, I'm bisexual. Everybody's all kinds of sexual, not unheard it before. Your gender has nothing to do with your sexuality. But how do you determine your gender without your sexuality? And I'm talking the real talk right now, because all the rest of y'all, except for is that Bryce, Grinch face, give you a chance. We can't have no conversation. So I'm talking the real talk. Because really, I'm in reference to his show. Like I said, I came on here in the show because on Real Talk Show, I said, to be fair, should we have a heterophobic chat? And they said, yeah, you can do that on your own damn time. I said, well, shit, goddamn, here I am. I ain't mad at you. You're right. That's your show.
I think the other thing is that like this whole thing about the agenda seems a little nefarious, right? Like we don't use the word agenda in this country to be like hugs and kisses. It's like, oh, they have, the World Economic Forum agenda, one world government agenda, right? Like it's always like this really like nefarious plot. And I'm wondering why we think that like the gay quote unquote agenda is like this nefarious plot to do something evil or insidious. It's just how it comes out. I'm not saying what you're saying, just how it comes out.
I got what you're saying, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that straight people we have the same rules that you have. We don't have I don't know where homosexual people, it's like this just started. I'm 47, we'll be 48 in a few days, right? And I've known my whole life, I've known somebody homosexual, and it never got in the way, whether they were related or not. And I'll stand up for somebody treating somebody wrong. I don't care what you look like. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Me and my wife's roommate, when we first got together, living in his house, he had a room for rent. We rented from him. He was homosexual. I heard homosexual sex and all kinds of stuff. Had nothing to do with me. Didn't bother me. It's not my deal. That's the same way it is with most heterosexual people. The only people who complain about homosexuals, I think, are suspect homosexuals themselves, and that it's a great way to deflect. If you really want to know. Like I said, and you said it up here. Like you said, real talk, it's an agenda, right? And then you said you didn't understand, you know, and I understand about the hairstyle, but you said, let me read it again. You said it's not having a movement. I think, well, this is an organized, concerted effort to get some type of political, legal recognition. Ain't that an agenda? The base word of agenda, that's just a list of things you want to get accomplished. What's up, Yellow? What's up, Yellow boy? You see who else I ain't played. I got banned out my little old podcast.
Hi, how are you? It's me, the gay agenda. What's up?
See, you can have a conversation with people like that.
That's why we can't have nothing because, see, off top, I was black. So to me, I'm going to tell you exactly how I really feel in my own room. Brittany, Transcendent, Smitty. I felt like y'all were completely, if I'd have been talking and I was white, y'all wouldn't act like this. But I gotta be dumb and I already can't read because I'm black. I've been through this. I live in Texas, man. All the little mind games, I grew up in the suburbs. All the little mind games you playing, throw them out the window. I'm not even black. That's why none of that bothered me. That's why you see I didn't respond to it. But I'm gonna show you why.
Oh yeah.
You won't gain any traction with real men. All right? Not saying you're prejudiced. I'm just saying, had I been a white boy, this conversation we'd have been actually talking. You wouldn't have told me I couldn't read before you even knew who I was.
Yeah, they told me I couldn't read. And then I couldn't do math.
Grinch face.
Hey, brother, I agree with you, man. This is all an abomination. Everybody thinks go to hell. Who's gay? All the gays are going to hell.
I ain't saying none of that. That ain't my call. I ain't got a hell or heaven to take you to. And I wish the Christians and some of these believers would stop telling folks what God got in store for people. You can't make that call. That's not yours. Ain't nowhere in that book it told you that you can condemn people to where they going. All they tell you is that the wages of sin is death. Nigga, you done sin. You better be careful, because you sin too. You can't get mad at somebody because they sin different than you sin. Sin is sin. You need some of these folks need to humble themselves for real. Some of these folks need to humble themselves for real. You ain't nobody better than. Throw that away, player. It sounds good, but I'm slicker than oil and water mixed on glass.
You ain't never heard that before, huh? That's some old pimp shit.
The agenda is liberation, right? It's wanting to exist and exist peacefully, not only till 2014 where gay people are allowed to get married. So just to get that, in 2014, as long as gay people have been around, that it took that long. So it's just a very baby step. That is part of the agenda. It's no big deal. And that's really, that's just how some shit is. It's just really not a big deal.
Already, yellow boy, you got to stay humble. Because at any point in time, this shit can get snatched from up under you. And it ain't like you can just fall down in months, lose your job, and this, that, and nah, man. You can have a bad car wreck, and then you'll get to see when you can't. You can't. You get to see. You get what I'm saying? You get to see who really love you or not. You remember what's that movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman? She really loved that motherfucking man because she had her man that was gonna treat her right, and she still took care of that little son of a gun. Bathed him and everything. Remember, he left her for another woman. Get what? When he was paralyzed, what that other woman do? She took all his money and ran. Like that, it can be over. You right, yo. That's why I say. That's why I try to stay humble. Really, I go off like the damn fool. I just be high side and playing most of the time. But what I'm saying is, you really do in real life. You got to stay humble. You can't think you better than somebody. Nope. We're not equal. But as far as my worth of life and your worth of life, hey man, I need everybody that's breathing and not dying, because somebody dying and being born as we speak all over the world. Am I right or wrong? But we're not equal, because I probably can't run as fast as Yellow. If we was equal, everybody would run the same speed. We're not equal. That's the biggest lie America ever told. We're not equal. But your worth of life is needed for the collective as a piece of the puzzle. So I need you breathing in order for me to breathe. You see how that works? We need everybody to be themselves in order for this puzzle to work. A lot of people don't even want to be their piece of the puzzle, but their piece of the puzzle might be emulating anybody and everybody they see. Yeah, I already know. But we need everybody to be themselves, because that's your piece of the puzzle. And what we don't need to do is we don't need to see another piece of the puzzle and say that piece don't look like mine. Okay, I'm an outside piece. I'm smooth around the edge, right? But I see a round piece that go in the middle, and I'm mad at the round piece because he don't look like me, but he go in the middle. How is that going? How are we gonna put a round piece on the edge? The edge supposed to be flat. It ain't supposed to be rounded out. So I need for that piece, that round piece, to be that round piece in order for the puzzle to be complete. I don't need the round piece to be straight and have an edge. Already, Yellow. I don't need that. I need for you to be your own puzzle piece. What I don't want you to do is tell me that my puzzle piece is messed up because you don't agree with how we move, how I move. That was my whole point of this topic right here. Us straight people, we don't care what you do. That's why we ask you questions like, why would your sexuality need to be public? We ask that a lot of times. Why is that public information? Because it does nobody any good. What world are you saving by saying by having a stealing the rainbow and having a parade? Well, really, what did you do for the world? You crowded up the streets. You stopped people from getting the stores, from getting the proper clients to pay their employees and stay alive so they can't have employees. Is that what you did? Are you happy? And then you're mad because people don't hire you. What is wrong with you? Didn't I just say that anytime you one of them people that cause a commotion in a job site where people want to be comfortable, make their money and go home, that they probably won't hire you? Don't have nothing to do with you being gay. You probably flaming hot. And on another thing, if you get in a job and you put on the application, because it don't have homosexual on the application, it got male or female, right? It don't even have a part at it on there that says don't want to tell you, like you do for race. I'd rather not say. It don't do none of that, right? It just says male, female. So when you show up to a job and you're supposed to be a male and you wearing lipstick and glasses and hair, what do you think? Because a lot of your job is going to be accountability. And you know what that job expects when you put on there that you was a male. You know what they think. They think that you coming in probably in some jeans and a polo shirt or a suit or something. They ain't looking for no woman. That's why when they call your name, you still go, here I am. They go, well, shit. Damn it. Here we go. They don't want that shit in the workhouse. Yeah. They don't want that shit in the workhouse. Because now it takes from everybody work. Because get what you got. You got a man dressed like a woman working alongside some other dudes. And they laughing and playing with him. And he getting agitated. Because they picking on him. Man, Nick came in. And Nick came in with a green wig today, my nigga. Hell yeah. You see that nigga eyelashes? The glue coming off. One of his eyelashes falling. You see how that take from the job? I mean, all kind of stuff. No. They told me that if a woman is transgender and becomes a man, if she just if she don't get the surgery, but she relates to being a man or identifies as a man, that's how a man has a baby. And then went off on me when everybody in the comment section went, that's not even correct. It was still a woman. And we know one thing, just because she still got the thing, or let's say she had a whole surgery and get a thing. She ain't got the heart rate to pump it up to make it hard. They can't attach that. That's God business. She can get some plastic nuts. She'll never have any real ones. They don't make real nuts. They make fake nuts. Just like her thing gonna be fake. Only way she gonna be able to get a fake thing is if they put a hard one on her. That's the only way she gonna be able to use it. But get what? She ain't gonna have no feeling. This is already, all this has been proven. The people, they already know. All this has been proven. They've already tried all this stuff. What was really funny was my partner that's on here, Real Talk, good dude. He's a cop and everything. He a good dude. He not homosexual. That's why he had them talks, because he not homosexual. But Real Talk seems to, God damn, where was I going with that? Real Talk seems to think, differently. Ah, shit, I forgot where I was going with it. Forgot what he had said. I'm trying to remember what he had said real fast. I done hit this bowl. Waiting on my little package to get here, but I'm antsy as a motherfucker, sipping on this liquor. But You ain't gonna never feel it. You ain't gonna never have it. It ain't gonna never be there for you. That ain't how it works. They can put the part on there, but they can't make you feel the damn thing. You know, something we got to come out and open with. Oh, I know what it was. Real Talk sent my partner Corey Muhammad. That's what the name of this show. Everything is genetic. He said homosexuality was genetic. And I said, well, that doesn't, hey, Amy, that doesn't make very much sense for homosexuality to be genetic. Because in order for you to get here, the mama and the daddy had to have sex. Neither one of them was homosexual. So how in the world is it genetic if they wasn't like that? Just like pedophilia, I guess pedophilia is genetic too, since everything is homosexual is genetic. I guess pedophilia is genetic too. But the problem is, a lot of pedophiles, they mama and daddy be old enough to consent to sex. You dig where I'm coming from with that? Neither one of their mamas and daddy mess with little kids, so how did this motherfucker end up messing with kids? And I'm not gonna say, well, it's completely his fault. Like I say, we see commercials on TV about certain drugs, and they say some of the side effects. You get a headache. You know, okay, I got dry skin, so I'm gonna buy this shit that they say on TV help dry skin. It's a pill, and I'm gonna be able to go swimming and shit, and take off my shirt and all kind of stuff without folks laughing and looking at me like I got something that's real fucked up, right? Folks won't get out the pool when I get in. You get where I'm coming from? Because I'm taking this pill, but the side effects are headache, diarrhea, suicidal thoughts. So I'm gonna ask again, common sense. Don't you think they can come out with a dope that will make you have homosexual thoughts? I challenge anybody, because even the man said it on here. He wasn't playing when he said it. That really did happen. They made the frogs gay with dope. Now, what was they experimenting on frogs for? What's next? Rats, people. Let me ask you something. Why would you even want a frog to be gay? What in your mind would say, you know what? I wonder if I can make this frog gay. You know where that came from? That came from, you know where that came from? That came from a real smart motherfucker saying, I wonder if I can make humans gay. But I can't just try it on them because I don't want to kill them. Let me go get me some frogs first. Because there's a whole bunch of them. And they really don't have a worth to the society as far as I'm concerned. So let me go get them and experiment on them because I ain't hurting nobody. And that's what I say, even when we are little babies and stuff, I'm not saying that if there was something that happened, whether it was drug induced or something, but if every behavior is a learned behavior, how in the hell was you born that way? That is a behavior. It's an abomination. How is that a behavior? Not knocking anybody's style. I don't care what you are. I will defend you in the right as long as you are in the right. But what I won't do is if you can't explain it to me in very layman terms that you can tell a child and the child can understand, well, then you probably lying. If you have to agree with something like them, if they have to agree with most of the questions that I asked them and that they refuse to answer, they probably lying. Because these are base questions. And then they said, like I was in the talk earlier, and Real Talk was talking, and somebody else said, oh, Dre the therapist, my homeboy Dre the therapist. He said, Dre the therapist said, check this shit out. He said, because I said 1,000 years ago, since we changing lingo and all the lingo changes as we evolve, you know what I mean? that I say, well, is the ground still not the ground? And he said, yeah. But then he came back and said, well, what if it's a highway? See, we don't call it the ground no more. We call it a highway. What? Okay, what is the highway on, Dre the therapist? Because he really is a therapist. He really got and I hate talking to people that have been well educated like this because it makes no sense. It's like you really have a job doing what you're doing as a therapist, and you don't even understand common basic stuff. What is the ground built on, Dre the therapist? I mean, what is the highway built on, Dre the therapist? He said, well, it's built from the ground, but no, thank you. That's all I needed. Because, and they'll tell you in the court of law, Yellow, you a real nigga. Yellow, in the court of law, if the judge asks you a question and you say yeah or no, and then you go to explain it, the judge know you lying right then, huh? Now you about to tell on your damn self. Am I right or wrong, Yellow? You a real nigga, my nigga. Tell them the truth, Yellow. Tell them the truth. You finna get hammered, nigga. When she said, did you, your best answer should have been yes and no and shut the fuck up. This is how motherfuckers talk themselves into 20 and 30 years. Am I right or wrong, yo? You can't say yeah, but, because when you say yeah, you acknowledge that that's the truth. And the truth don't need a but. A truth don't need a reason. A truth is a truth. Whether you believe it or not. It's some people that can come in this stream and not even believe I'm streaming because they got that choice. But the truth is, I'm in this stream. Whether they want to believe it or not, that don't have nothing to do with me. But the truth is the truth. Yeah. That's what he said. Well, they make highways now. Well, just because you decorate the ground and call it something, like, perfect example. If I drop my blunt on my floor, did I drop it on the ground or did I drop it on the floor? Probably both, right? Because the floor is on the ground. You don't have a floor just floating around up in space. Even electricity shows us that you need a ground. You can't run a hot by itself. It won't work. You need to complete the circuit. You need positive and negative. That's why batteries have positive and negative on it. You need the hot and the cold. You need the ground. When I weld, I plug the welder in, then I gotta ground it. Right? There is no way I can, unless I live in a 2-story building, there is no way that I can drop something on the ground and it not be on the floor. I mean, drop something on the floor and it not be on the ground. The only way I can do that is if I'm suspended off of the ground. But still, how did it get up there? It was grounded, right? The highway, them big poles you see that hold the highway up, where are they at? They're in the ground. They're not just floating. Something has to hold that highway up, right? And these are people that had degrees. Are y'all listening to this? This is America. Y'all wonder why I'm scared to death? Because I read a lot, and I was reading about the crown when they fell the first time in Rome. The Romans, they went through a 500 to 800 year dark age. After the Egyptians taught them once and the Greeks taught them, the Greeks got it from the Egyptians and went and taught the Romans, and that was in the Bible. The Egyptians was the one that had the slaves that Moses saved. And then they go, well, with new information, things evolve, people thought the earth was flat. And no, they didn't. The Egyptians knew the earth was round since the very beginning of time. Matter of fact, with math and a stick and watching The shadows, the way they move, they before when we got technology, we figured out that the Egyptians came within 10 miles of the actual circumference around the earth by doing simple math. They didn't go anywhere. That's how smart they were. And we think we smart. Now, the Egyptians taught everybody the first time. The Romans, remember the Roman Empire took over, killed Jesus? What happened to them after that? They fell down, 800 to 500 year dark age. They were so dumb, they put it in textbooks and told everybody about it. Then what happened? The Moors came back and taught them again. Who was the Moors? They went right back up in Europe and taught their ass again. So you had somebody say, well, you know, this is the problem I'm having. That's why I'm worried about America. We gonna self-destruct within. When I tell a man that 2 + 2 is 4, he tell me that's because I ain't using trigonometry. That's not a trigonometry question. That's a simple math question. Why would I need to use trigonometry when all there is a plus sign? I'm not figuring out an angle. And then his next statement was, well, now you're talking about psychology. What is wrong with you? I didn't say nothing about being psycho or ecology. I said that 2 + 2 is 4. Is that simple math? He said, well, you can put 2 + 2 and then it not be 4. Yeah, 2A + 2B don't equal 2A, don't equal 4AB. No, it equals 2A, 2B. Or you can call that C. But C is still 2A + 2B. I said, do you really want to go there? You're talking to a mathematician. My 11th grade in high school, I was in pre-cal. Whole basketball team told me I might as well not get ready to play because I wasn't going to pass that. Because they couldn't understand it. Do you really want to have that conversation? I say, because you can't have that unless you add them. You can't add apples and oranges. You can't add that. That's why people say it's like comparing apples to oranges. When they say that, they don't even know what they're talking about. 2A, A represents orange. B represents apples. So I got two oranges plus 2 apples do not equal, it equals C, 4 fruits. But it don't equal 2 apples. It don't equal 4 apples or 4 oranges. But now if I marry them, let's say I cut them apart and I marry them, 2A times 2B will be 4AB. Let's do simple math. 1 man plus 1 woman equals nothing because you can't add men and women. That's why in the Bible it said multiply. Y'all don't think this stuff is in the Bible? It said multiply. Go and make disciples out of men and multiply. Why did it say multiply? Because 1 man times 1 woman, unless there's a phenomenon where they have twins, equals 1 child. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 sperm, 1 egg equals 1 child. 1 times 1 is 1. Now, how about 1 sperm donor, 2 eggs? How many children you getting? 2. Because then we call that twins. See how easy it is and how everything makes perfect sense? I tell you, man, I'm worried about America, man, because these kids can't think for themselves. And the government got them so wrapped. Black people pro-black and don't even know they're reciting white folk stuff. They don't even know they're reciting European stuff. The world is flat. Then they want to fight about it. The world flat. Do you really know where that comes from? Comes out of Africa. No, it don't. Nobody in Africa. Everybody in Africa knew that the world was round. That's why they was doing commerce over here in the Americas way before Europe got here. That's why they're called aboriginal. You can't be aboriginal just in New Zealand. When you're aboriginal around the world because you have the word original. Aboriginal to what? The planet. You can't be Aboriginal in Asia and not Aboriginal in America. That makes no sense. Because original is just original. When you start reciting European customs and why do the people that when they came over here and they did us like that, and they did the men countrymen that was already here and they did them like that, why do you think they were so willing to accept these people that came in these boats? Because they've been dealing with people in boats. People say, well, no, they act like Europe was the first one with big boats. I'm pretty sure in the Old Testament, Noah had an ark. If he has some sons and he built an ark, don't you think his sons would probably know how to build a boat too? Hold on, wait a minute. Wasn't Jesus sleep in the bottom of the boat? And it was a storm out there, and all the disciples was losing their mind, going, oh, we gonna die, we gonna die. They went down there and asked Jesus, how you just gonna be asleep? And we about to die in this storm. He said, peace, be still, and the storm stopped. Wasn't he in the boat? When Peter was walking on water and Jesus said, look at me, pay attention to me. And Peter started, he was just looking straight at Jesus. He was walking on that water. The moment he looked down, he fell. Why? He took his eyes off the prize. Wasn't he on a boat? So all through history, we've known about boats, spaceships too. It's just that now we're so entangled in, I hate to be like this because it's been like this for too long in America. Let me tell y'all how Juneteenth started. Give you a prime example. Black folks was free 2 years before June 19th, and the black folks in Texas so-called found out. But when the black folks was first free, they had some free men come down here, black people, come down to Texas and tell the slaves that they was free. And the slaves didn't believe them because they was black. But y'all don't hear me though. But the moment that a white person told the slaves that they was free after getting 2 years of free labor and keeping them on their plantation, they believed it. Ain't that something? This is what's happening in America today. This is what's happening in America today. That's why people are highly educated and don't know nothing about erudition. Let me put the share screen up there because now it's time to teach somebody just a little bit of something. Let me put my share screen on up here. Let me put this share screen on up here. Now, what we gonna do is we gonna look up the word education, and then we gonna compare it to the word erudition, right? Because a lot of people don't know what erudition is, but let's look up the word education. Oh, I already got it done. Education meaning. Let's look it up. Education, the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. Systematic instruction. Let me show you how they work. Because education, they can also lie to you. And what that's telling you is that you go to a school, they tell you something, and then they grade you on how good you can tell them back what they just finished telling you. That's how education works. I can prove it. They said Christopher Columbus discovered America. But let's all be honest, y'all. How you gonna discover something that somebody already owned? And how come if I don't go discover this nigga car down the street, I stole it? So we know education can lie to you, right? Am I right or wrong? This is what I tell highly educated people all the time. And let's look up this word erudition. Okay, go right there. Erudition. Let's look it up. Let's see what it says. The quality of having or showing great knowledge or learning, scholarship. How can you judge wisdom? That's what erudition is, wisdom. How you gonna judge wisdom? Erudition is basically saying, I was in it and I'll tell you about it because I learned it because I was there. It's different when you read a book about something that happened versus when you talk to your grandma that was there. If you know, the story is totally different. Anybody ever been through that? Anybody ever been through that? Where you hear a story on the news and then you go talk to somebody that was actually there and they be like, nah, that ain't really, it didn't go like that. That ain't the way it happened. That's what they told you. That's how they educated you to believe it. But now use your common knowledge and your wisdom, your own mind, what God gave you. I just gave you the story about Christopher Columbus. It's that basic. Didn't I just tell you that they told Christopher Columbus discovered America? But if I go down and discover anybody car on their block, I'm going to jail because I stole it. So at that point, we do know education can't lie to you. Right? We know nothing about erudition. You know why? Because they're not going to teach you that in public schools. These are the conversations you need to have with your children at home so that they'll be able to succeed in school and in the real world and be able to think for themselves. I do with my daughter all the time. Look, baby, everything, especially in history, when they tell you some stuff, you come back and you tell me what they're talking about because we're going to break this down together. And you can see exactly how full of doo-doo they are. When she was 6 and she heard about Christopher Columbus, she was excited. Hey, yeah, we learned in history that Christopher Columbus discovered America. I said, really? I say, and what happened when he discovered America? Well, he met some Indians. They was already here. Hold on, wait a minute, Doombot. Wait a minute. What if I walk in your room and discover your doll? Well, she said, hold on, that's mine. I say, but I discovered it. It's mine. She said, no, that's mine. You bought it for me. I say, no, I just discovered this. I ain't never seen this before in my life. I discovered it. She said, well, mommy bought it for me, but it's mine. And I said, okay, so now you get the basis of if somebody goes somewhere and there's already somebody there using it, they didn't discover a damn thing. They stole it. They killed, stole it, they conquered it. Do you understand that? Immediately at 6, she got it. And that's when I explained to her as she older, because she's finna go to middle school now, but I explained to her a lot of the stuff that they tell you in history, pay attention carefully and listen with all your heart so that you can decipher the information. Now, your mission in that schoolhouse is to tell them what they told you. That's it. She said, yeah, but sometimes I'll be lying, like Christopher Columbus. I say, that's why you wake up every morning and you ask God for forgiveness. Because sometimes you lying, you don't know you lying. But that's starting you off early so that you can use your own mind. Think for your own damn self. You don't need nobody to think for you. That's where it gets deadly, when people have to think for you. Now we got a whole country of youngsters that ain't nobody thinking for themselves. The government's thinking for everybody. Every single person. That's why, they did a test run. Let me tell you the first test run they did before they sent everybody that was prisoners and everything else in Europe over here. The same game they gave Europe that the Romans gave Europe when they went up there and told them the world was flat so that they wouldn't travel any way but one way and stay on land. Same way that's how they're doing America now. That's how they're doing us now, setting us up. You think the powers that be in the crown and all these families, you don't think they've been here and done this before and ran these tests? The only test they haven't ran is the American test. And you know what the American test is? A boiling pot of everybody in the world. Name one country where you can go where every country in the world is here. Is there. Not now, not none, because they learned a long time ago. Don't let foreigners in because they'll come in and they'll fuck shit up. Have you ever been to Mexico? I'm talking about like not just driving through, going to Tijuana and kicking it for the night. I'm talking about like needing a passport, going on vacation. Let me tell you something. You be in Mexico the day after they tell your ass that you better be gone. And nigga, you going to jail for a long time. Ain't no phone call. Ain't nothing but a lot of ass whoopings, especially if you Mexican and don't know Mexican and don't know Spanish, don't know your language. You can get your ass whooped all day, every day, till you learn how to talk. That's being disrespectful. You ain't going home now, nigga. You should have left when they told you to leave. We can't even go to North Korea. But I bet we got some North Koreans here that escaped. Barely can go to China, but we got a whole Chinese. We got a whole Chinese congregation. They got little China city in every big city. They don't have, when you go to China, ain't no little America. We got little China. We got little Mexico. We got little Korea. We got little Japan. We got little Samoa. We got, come on, man. Am I right or wrong? Anybody else live in Cali? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Just tell me I'm lying. But when you go to them other countries, tell me something. Anybody ever been to Mexico in the city and seen a whole bunch of Americans calling it Little America? Little United States of America? Hell no, because that shit ain't gonna fly over there. Fuck, I'd be damned if you do. Fuck that. That ain't how we play the game, nigga. You not at home. We don't do it like that. You either gonna be Mexican or you gonna be out of here. But I'll be damned if you be in Mexico and holler you from. Look, come on, man. Tell them, Lucille. We got a little everything. But you can't go to Ethiopia and find a little America. You can't go to the Philippines and find a little America. What's up with y'all, Avo? You can't go none of these places and find little America. But you can come to America and find them little countries all over every major city. San Diego, same as LA, same as San Francisco, same as Oakland, same as New York City, same as Portland, same as Austin, same as Denver, same as Orlando, same as Miami, Philadelphia. Name a major city that I went all the way to Cleveland, Ohio, and got some of the best Mexican authentic food in the world when I went up there. Y'all know I ain't bullshitting because I went up there to cook. I went to the barrio in Cleveland, Ohio. And them people was shook because I knew how to say what I wanted in Spanish. I was with Chef Mark Gomez, a Mexican dude. I have a lot of respect for my chef. We went to a Mexican place. He said, "What do you want?" Quiero fajitas. That lady jumped back and looked at me like, "Nigga, I know damn well you didn't just say that." Pequito? No, he got the giant one. Tortillas, mice. She was like, damn. She looked at him like, is the nigga from Mexico? I looked at her like, what the fuck is little Mexico doing way up here by Canada? Mexico way down there by Texas. How the hell y'all got a little Mexico way the fuck up here? I'm talking about a whole wasn't shit in that grocery store in English. Wasn't that many white people in there. It was kind of in the hood, so you seen black folks in there back and forth, you know, buying cigars, cigarettes, stuff like that. But mainly it was like little Mexico. Lucia, I promise. I promise. Matter of fact, I got the pictures. That was last August 6th. Because it was my birthday weekend. Hold on, y'all. I got the pictures. Where are the pictures at? No, that's that taco. That's that street taco. Look, watch this. Lucille, watch this. Hold on. Let me get my. Yeah, Stockton got a little Mexico show. Right. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I gotta turn my camera on. I gotta do it proper though. What's up, Damien? Let me get this camera on real fast. It ain't gonna take long. There we go. It's up. We up and at 'em. Let me get the light real fast. All right, y'all. Here I come. Lucille, look. Look at the picture. I told you I was at a full Mexican restaurant. There go my food. Oh, that's me about to perform. That's before we get ready for the show. You see all them people back there? Yeah. There go the food. There go my plate. I told you fajitas with corn tortillas. Shit. Look. The Mexicana. Trip me out. I'm serious. Baby not blocked. That's messed up, Damien. You ain't blocked, Damien. Everybody else blocked but you. It was the bomb, Lucy. I felt like I was in San Diego, El Paso, Juarez. Man, I felt like it was, I'm telling you, it was some good food. He say not blocked. Yeah, he that nigga safe. Like that's how the ref do it when he see Damien. Everybody else, you out of there. Get your ass back there. You out. But Damien, you safe. I don't know what I just heard on the under something that lady Linda. What's up, Dubs? That lady Linda. I don't know. Damien, you need to get with her because that old lady, she ain't trying. What she say she looking for? A sugar daddy? No, she not. She trying to be a sugar mama. I bet that lady got some money. I bet that lady got some money. I know she do. Man, I sure hope there's somebody coming in the back door. Hold on, y'all. Let me go see what these dogs barking at. Hold on. Give me 4 seconds. 5 seconds. Plus, I need me a beer. All right. I'm back. Yeah, the motherfucker done drunk all my damn Modelo's. That's what my girl company done drunk all my little old beer. I don't want none of them seltzers. Fuck that shit. I keep sipping on this damn whiskey. But yeah, Joker, that's what baby Joker, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard you was safe. I heard that you wasn't moving nothing fast. Yeah, Damien, he need to. He said, y'all still on this crap. You know, Damien, I just pick on you in spurts. I don't really do it that often, but shit. But they just found it awful awkward that you still the friend and everybody else blocked. How y'all know y'all was blocked? Because when I get blocked from anywhere, I don't never be knowing. Oh, yes, I do. I went in that old dude's stream. You know the one who used to come in here and try to mess up my stream? Yeah, we went in his stream. I knew I was blocked. Oh, shoot, Damien. I ain't much no Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Can't you see how much I really love you? I want to tell it to you time and time again. Oh, Casanova. Uh-oh, Damien, you know we got to play a song for you now. You know we got to get down the right way. Come on, Casanova. Casanova. Hold on, y'all. Let's finish listening to my last podcast. Then we're going to go to Casanova. You were singing that in your head, too?
But this is my thing. Fuck the government. You don't need the government to tell you that you're married. Fuck them. They ain't gonna do nothing but tax it and govern you on it anyway. Do it mean more that they know that you gay, or do it mean that you married, or do it mean more to you to know that you married? You don't have to get married under them.
That's when Julissa told me. I said this.
That's something as free men. As free men, that's something we can come to.
Dog.
Treat you right. And you don't have to ask a person for your natural right. Since when? People run around here murdering, killing, doing all kinds of stuff. Who they asked to do that? Did y'all ever think about that? Real talk, you a cop. When you pull somebody over, did you ask them to break the law? That was their choice, right?
So what, dude? People walk in, press and pickle all the fucking time into work. It happens. There's people wear jeans that, like, you know, it looks like they got a fucking toilet paper roll in there and shit. Whatever, because they're comfortable wearing it. They're not coming on to you. They're just wearing it. You know? I mean, a lot of people wear shit that expose themselves. Women get hot in the summer. They have to wear, like, sports bras and shorts. Does that mean that they're sexually harassing you? Because they're, you know, trying to be comfortable. Wearing something means that you're comfortable. It's not like you're trying to express your sexuality. Nobody's wearing a gimp suit into work.
Exactly, but that's not what I'm talking about when it comes to that law. I didn't say expressing your sexuality at work was wearing something. Didn't say that. I said expressing yourself at work is bothering somebody with what you do when you have sex. That's how you get that charge, right? Ain't that how you get a sexual harassment charge? Look, if you never told the bitch that you wanted to fuck her in the ass and she recorded you, how would they charge you with?
He was singing One Wish. Ray J? Oh, shit. You can probably sing it better than him, according to his kids.
Sorry, I was getting food inside of my phone in the car. I think that the thing though is that it's not that straight people don't not get involved, but there's almost like a weird effort, especially by a certain portion of the straight population, to like retrograde, right? To roll back the rights of gay people, like to re-implement the very laws that were seen in 49 states prior to Stonewall that made it illegal for them to have sex, roll back laws that made it illegal for them to have marriages. And I think so. It's not just like straight people aren't like not getting.
What you say, Doug? When a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. Oh shit. Linda probably not like her. I don't think she like me. I'm too real for her. I'm a player.
Especially the religious straight, which is just
Linda and certain people don't play with me like that because I'm a player. I'll put her out there. I got a whole wife and I have her making all the money. I'll never touch her. I keep telling y'all pimp shit. First time tell her no, next time take her money. Her dough. Oh.
separate conversation. So I think that's what the actual issue is. That's what I said on my show earlier today, right? On my show, I said my problem is the denial of people's rights while simultaneously asking for more rights.
Well, I'm just here to speak to for normal people too, homosexual people. We just don't give a damn. It's just not our fight. And now, when they start infringing on your rights and telling you can't do what you want to do, it's time to come up under that government. That government ain't for you. You don't have to be up under no government. I mean, it works because they possess all the things that we dream of, right? They got the printing press. Right? They possess the key. And we chase it, and it'll never be ours until we take it. But they got the printing press, right?
All right.
So it's hard not to say I don't want to be a part of this, but at the same time, it is very profitable. It's better. It's a whole lot better than nothing. And some people is under government for absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, they slaves. Still, I don't know where, but I know it's happening. Because this is the world.
Yeah, for the people.
And
The collective. That's what I'm
yeah,
part
I mean,
of,
about
Lucia. The
sexuality
collective.
thing, I think that heterosexuality is on display in the workplace, right? Like your heterosexuality isn't being stifled. And it's a lot less now than it used to be, but it used to be a point though where honestly being homosexual openly would have gotten you fired, but that was never quite the issue for heterosexual people. So that's why earlier in my show I did say that the anti-heterosexual, or I'm sorry, the heterophobia isn't as, it's a thing, we have a word for it, but it's not impacting people to the extent. And as we know, whenever the majority makes things against the minority, there's
all right, y'all. I got 4 minutes left, and then somebody done banned me.
Just because they are far between does not mean that we don't owe them baseline protection.
But real talk, I can argue that. You know how I can argue that? I could say, also real talk. You said that heterophobia is not, oppressed, but we know the most oppressed people, according to the government, is just straight up black people, right? What they claim. Now, I don't know. I don't have no numbers. I need Freud in here to tell me, because I might be wrong. But could we say also, with them being black, they're also heterosexual? You get where I'm coming from with that real talk? So when we say that, because everybody fits in so many spectrums when it comes to these numbers, that's what I be thinking. I don't know if anybody ever worked in HR, but when it comes to these numbers, they play with them so fucked up. I don't think anybody ever really think that, but know that first. The first thing they're gonna do when they look at your application is they're gonna look at your last name and then they're gonna go to your race. All right. That's how it starts off. They don't look at your last name and then look at what gender. I'm sorry for using that word, y'all. Maybe I don't need to use the word agenda. Thank you, Real Talk, for correcting me on that, because that is a harsh word. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna have to do better. They don't look at this, your sexuality. There ain't even no place for sexuality on the application. It's all male, female. They won't know they won't be able to suggest whatever your suggested sexuality is. And see, when a black dude acts like I may ask somebody that's homosexual this. If you know somebody is homosexual and they like to dress in drag or they like to go out in public as a girl, but in order to make $1 million, all they had to do was stay at this job for a year and not let anybody know that they was homosexual when they got off. Would you call them a sellout? Because see, us black people, when we go and like me, I'm the only black dude at my job, it's always almost like that. My family will say, "You've been fucking with them white folks," and I'll be like, "Damn, that's some fucked up shit to say. Been knowing you my whole fucking life." Let me get to these messages because I'm following.
See, that's when I got blocked when I hit the messages. I got blocked right there when I hit the messages. And I don't know what I did. Y'all heard the rhetoric. I didn't call. We was having a discussion. I think the people that really wanted to discuss it got mad because I wouldn't talk to them no more. But why would you want to talk to somebody that can't read or do math? You can't sit up and call me dumb and then want to hold a conversation with me. That's redundant. That's stupid. I'm not gonna entertain you. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm going through it literally at work. Somebody been there since October. I've been there for 2 years. And they're telling me they're revamping how to do my job. But the more they revamp, the more horses are carrying other illnesses to other horses. And so I made a suggestion about how about we just go back, let's take a couple steps back and see what we did when we wasn't having this problem, and let's do that. And she said that was ignorant. And today she pulled up like nothing ever happened and was like, "Hey, Chris, what's up?" And I was like, "Nothing." And I just kept on walking. And she was like, so she went and told, and then HR lady was like, "So what's going on?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, this is what happened." And I go, "Okay, read your text." And she read her text. She goes, "Oh shit." She said, "Why did you text me? Thank you. You came in on your off day for the meeting and you're sorry that you're ignorant. Why would you text me?" And I said, "Because that's what she called me. She ain't telling you that part." So at that point, we don't have any more conversation at all. We'll never talk again. We'll never talk again. That's how I deal with that. I'll show her faster. Like the one white dude, he just quit. Now, the other white dude, the one that checked him and tried to whoop him, I tried to whoop him earlier, about 2 months ago, because he always got a little attitude like a little girl, and I got tired of it. So I tried to whoop. I didn't try to whoop him. He said some fucked up shit, and then I responded, and he said, "You better," and then out of the blue, he just said, "You better not get in my face." So he was trying me. He trying to get me off the job. So I walked right up in his face. See, what he don't know is I'm not black. He don't understand that I changed my status. He don't understand I'm free. You don't understand I'm a majority. I'm not a minority. You can't treat me that kind of way. I'll beat your ass up here, boy, and fuck it, I'll go find another job. He ran in there and told, and they laughed at him. Now, last week, he pulled the same shit with our other co-worker, a white dude. Now, he told everybody in the company, this is how fucked up and prejudiced people act. He told everybody in the company the reason why he quit was because of me. But he texted HR and told her the reason why he quit was because of our co-worker. "Oh no, Lucy, you ain't gotta worry about me. The shit happens all the time." I've been in an all-white bar talking this shit, and a white dude that's really, really, really prejudiced stood up and said, "God damn it, you're not a nigger, you know shit." And all I could say, and he said, "Buy that man a drink." As we took our shot, and we bumped the table and took our shot, and I said, "Damn, Mr. Tim Black, you are the district manager for all of the CEFCOs in this Tri-County area from Austin to Dallas. And I'm appalled that you hold that job. And before I said anything, you thought I was a nigger." That's messed up, because now I know how you feel when you have to hire somebody. You don't have to be mean to them. All you got to do is tell them the lifestyle they live. I didn't call him racist. He can put that together himself. I didn't call him prejudice. He can put that together himself. And these are the people, bad people, that we see that seem to find their way to the top. These are the kind of people that find their way to the top. When I got through with him, the one thing that he did recognize is that he might as well be a nigga too. Because if it go down bad, guess what? Me and you gonna need each other. If the dollar crumbles, you're going to see that you ain't white. There's a lot of people in America that think they're white. Real white people they on speed dial. They'll call the stock market and shut shit down like the Bitcoin. They'll withdraw their money and you won't make no money. You'll lose it all. Those are real white people. And a white person, that's not a color. It's a state of mind. If you can't readily call the stock market, if you can't readily send troops to war, if your family name ain't on one of them letters on the dollar that come out of the printing press, anybody's printing press around the world. Everybody got their own kind of money. If them ain't your relatives on any of that money, get what, my nigga? How you doing, brother? You are just like me, regardless of what makes you feel good in the morning. I work with a bunch of chicks. They all think they're hot to me. And they're all built like me. Anybody know me. I don't want no girl my size. Us rubbing together ain't gonna make nothing but a fucking fire. And I don't like buying beds. 2 sticks rubbing together don't do nothing but make a fire. And the little bone right there hurts. Me and you. Fuck that. I need somebody with some cushion. This is their mind state, though, because what we see, they emulate everything they see on TV. Look, white boys liking ass just now started probably about 10 years ago. Before that, they girls used to look like poles. They girls used to look like men because most of those dudes who got them skinny wives like that, they also like men. What if I told you that Victoria's Secret, you know what Victoria's Secret really means? That wasn't a place for women. Y'all women do know that, right? That was a place for homosexual men. That's why thick ass women will never look good. Them clothes will never really fit you right. You might feel good in them, you might look good in them, but they really made. King Victor was the one who started Victoria's Secret. He was a homosexual. That's why it's called Victoria's Secret. It's made for skinny white men. It ain't made for you women. How many of y'all knew that? Nope. I'm just being honest with you. You never figured that? If you think I'm bullshitting, read about it. Dick that shoe. No, because he didn't want that. He wanted to be a woman. Have you ever seen Cheech and Chong, the Corsican brothers, when they make fun of King Victor? If you've never seen the movie The Corsican Brothers by Cheech and Chong, I highly suggest it. It is hilarious. Anybody that watch Cheech and Chong, you gotta know that motherfucker's funny. It might should be though, but Lucille, because yeah, that's what he was hiding. His thing, he had it tucked. But if you watch The Corsican Brothers, you will see just how far homosexuality went. Let me tell you something, man. When our founding fathers came over here, do you think when you look at them pictures of George Washington, you see an old white man wearing a wig, dentures, high heel boots, stockings, and a ruffled shirt? What part of that says man to you? What man you know wear a wig to make his hair look long? Y'all really don't know the basis of our country, huh? Y'all don't know that all them people they sent over here was straight out the penitentiary. Probably been messing with me in the penitentiary before they got over here. A lot of people don't know that. Go back and look. They'll pull up a picture of George Washington or any other founding fathers. Look how they dress. And you look how they dress now. You look at women's clothing. You go, well, I'll be goddamn. This nigga got on knee highs and a wig. Real men go bald and fuck it. We just cut this shit off. We don't get no wig. Damn sure ain't wearing no knee highs. We ain't never paid attention to that. Sometimes you got to set the seed so people can go, hold on, wait a minute. The nigga might be on to something. Y'all think homosexuality just started? Nobody knew about Victoria's Secret. Nobody knew King Victor was a homosexual. That was Victoria's Secret. It was really for Victor. But Victor want to be Victorious. That's why them clothes don't ever fit you right. That's why white girls want to look like a pole. They put their finger down their throat and everything to be skinny so they can get the man that they want. And the man that they want don't even just want her. He want another man too. You don't believe me? Hold on. I got a Phil Collins song. Let me show you how Phil Collins tell you about it. And then he tells you about it. He also tells you in this same song, he tells you about the church and how they operate in the UK. And the song is called Jesus, You Know Me. Listen to this. Y'all think I'm high-siding and playing. Hold on. Wait a minute. Listen to this. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, oh, damn, this nigga was talking about this way in the early 80s when I was a little boy. Jesus, he knows me.
Ultra knows there are
Y'all
no
gonna trip
rules to
out.
running. Just
Y'all
lace
really
up
gonna
those
trip
running
out after
shoes
this
and get
song,
out
for
there.
real.
Run them like that. Or like that. Okay, sure. Or like that. Just do what comes natural. And run the way you were designed. Ultra. Run without rules.
Y'all think I'm playing? Watch this.
There's no question why I'm smiling. If I piece of paradise, I'll get you everything you want.
I get you everything you need. Believe in here. Just believe in me. What did he just say? Did y'all analyze that? What he just said? He said when you go to church and you get a pastor all your money, all he doing is making you a bunch of blank promises that he gonna give you everything you want, everything you need. And that is not at all what blessings are. Blessings ain't money. That's not at all. If you want to know what blessings are, go read the book of Matthew, and there's a whole bunch of blessings. Matter of fact, just Google the Beatitudes. B-E attitudes. Just Google it. But that's what he was saying. Now, don't that sound like our churches today? Why don't nobody go? And then we have mega churches too. And what the mega churches always preach? Prosperity. But hold on. Jesus walked this earth and didn't want nothing. If you Christian and you supposed to be Christ-like, what you need a mansion for? Jesus didn't want that. So why would you even preach that in your sermons? Hold on, wait a minute. Let's go. All my life. Yes, he knows me. Then he's been telling me, go. Hold on. I believe in the family, but she don't know about my girlfriend or the man I met last night. Hold on, wait. We got to hear that. Phil Collins kept it real, didn't he? That's why y'all ain't never heard this song here, Way Too Real. Y'all know how the media is. If the song Way Too Real, y'all ain't gonna never heard this before. Be like, damn, Phil. Didn't know you was a Hold on. Beside me, girlfriend or the man I met. Oh. You don't even have to. Hey. Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh, yes, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. And he's been telling me everything's gonna be all right. Now, y'all heard this song. Didn't Phil Collins just confess to being gay? I ain't making no sacrifices, but I can get you a pocket full of promises, a pocket full of miracles. Don't do as I do what I say. Don't do what I do. Don't that sound like a hypocrite? Don't do as I. Just do what I say. Don't do as I do. And Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Man, Phil put him out there, didn't he? That was an early 80s song. I was a little boy when that came out. Little boy. Kind of throwed, ain't that kind of crazy, huh? Now we see what kind of world we've been living in. And that nothing that they do is not planned. Nothing they do is planned. I mean, unplanned. They know what they're doing. All day, every day. They're not stupid. They have think tanks. They watch us, our phones, our every move. Our every move. They watch us. Oh, yeah, and Saturday morning around 9 o'clock, I'm going to have a show. With a dude I've been working with for a little while. And I just want to enlighten y'all on some of the things I do in the background. And that's just a surprise. I'm going to put it like that. Be talking to my partner, Bishay. And yeah, I'm just going to put it out. And y'all will see. You'll be like, oh, shit. Yeah, it's some shit I'm really putting together. Well, I'm putting together with him, a lady out of Senegal, and another lady out of Canada. But This is the world we live in. That's why I say what. And then I ask again, like I ask homosexuals, what rights do y'all not have? You're telling me you can't get a job, but we got a whole man dressed up like a woman in the White House. He got a job. Why you can't have one? He worked for the government. Why you can't have one? Because at work, if you're a nuisance at work, it doesn't matter whether you're straight or gay. When you're a nuisance at work, no one wants to bother with that. That's why. That's why. If it's a business decision, and what people don't understand, business ethics and regular ethics ain't the same thing. I was in a bar, and this girl's dude thought I was cute. She was with him, and I already had told her I got a girl, and my girl worked next door, and I can't do it like that, so I can't mess with you, girl. You can be cool all you want, but it ain't gonna never happen. I'm okay. And um and no shit. I mean, no bullshit. I guess she said something about she liked me or something, and he got pissed. And all of a sudden, she went and told the bartender, I don't want to be around him because he's down there car. And she was like, I have black children, so I don't like him using the word nigga. And they was like, well, who's he talking about? And they were talking about Chris. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. How he talking about me? I don't even know him. Boss man said, Chris, you want to kick him out? I said, no. Is he spending money? And he said, yeah. He got a pocket. She said, yeah, he got a pocket full of money. So he came up to me. He said, man, I didn't mean it like that. And he apologized. And I asked him, I said, well, if you didn't say it, what you apologizing for? And he just looked at me. I said, I already forgave you. I didn't forgive you for you. I forgave you for me. But you shouldn't be apologizing if you didn't do anything. That's number one. Number two, I'm not running this bar in this kitchen. I'm not manager up here because I make emotional decisions. Hey man, sit down and have you some drinks and kick it. You didn't come up to me and say it. Obviously, you didn't mean it like that. Obviously, you didn't mean it toward me or anything, or you didn't. I told straight up, or you didn't have the balls to say that in my face like that and be confrontational with it. So obviously, you don't really want that problem. So I don't want you to get kicked out. All these white people want you to get kicked out. But the only black dude in here, I want you to stay here and spend all of your money. I'll break you. Come on, man. Let's have some shots. This shit is over. Let's have some shots. Oh yeah, he bought a whole bunch of people shots that night. Like we're saying, break him. Bet he won't do that shit again. Kicking him out, that's too easy. Break him. Oh yeah, he became the party pack. Every time somebody wanted a shot, they just walk up to him like, "Hey man, what's up? Let's go another round. On you, bro. On you, homie." That's how you handle that. You don't get mad. You get smart. That's how you handle that. I need a paycheck. Like I told the owner, like I told Randy, hey man, I need a paycheck. He said, damn, I didn't think you. Yeah, I know you didn't think I thought like that. I know you didn't think I thought like that. Like I told Dave, it was some balling dudes came in there. They was homosexual. They got full of that shit. They started kissing. He ready to kick them out. I said, Dave, you cutting into them waitresses' money. He said, I don't care. That's just gross. I said, well, how come last week when them girls were kissing, you didn't think that was gross? He said, well, that was kind of hot because they both were cute. I said, okay. So why is it not hot that these dudes, look, you can't discriminate on one and not say the other was is okay. You can't do that. You look real messed up now, Dave. And I said, from a business aspect, Dave, I need to check. Let them sit there and kiss and hug all night long as they spending money and they ain't bothering nobody else. Get out their business. When you go past the table, you ain't got to look at them. You can look straight ahead, but I need a paycheck. He still kicked their ass out, though. I'm not, hey man, you already got, if it's early in the night and you already got a $200 bar tab, I'm not kicking you out. Because if I kick you out, you ain't got to pay your tab. Did y'all know that? Once you kick me out, you saying you don't want my money. I had to tell Dave that. How much is they tab already, bro? I'm about 221. 221 and you about to kick him out? He was like, well, I was like, so you about to give up $200? He said, yeah, nah, He's like, fuck it, man. I was like, well, shit. He came by. He told him, he made up some shit like they tab is over $200, and when they get that high, they need to pay it and then start over again. And as soon as they paid it and try to start over again, he put their ass out. So he probably cut his waitresses out of a good tip because they didn't tip nobody. They left. The $200 bar tab, 25%. Shit, 10% is 20. So that was $40, $50 somebody probably missed out on. A waitress. That was a $50 table she probably missed out on because he was emotional. It ain't saying I condone it. It's because it's saying I need to run my business. But it was just too many guys that was complaining. Man, fuck them niggas. Tell them niggas mind their own business. If they had a pretty girl in front of them and they was kissing on somebody too, they wouldn't give a damn about what them gay dudes was doing. But the men you talking about, they all sitting up here trying to get it. One girl, the bartender. All of them. They all competing. And they mad at them two dudes because they back there kissing. Because they ain't got nobody. This the way it goes down. This is how it is. And we just got to do better. A lot better. But y'all, it is 9:30. I'm getting up off of here. And I'm finna get my ass up out of here. And I gotta go talk to my girl. She just got here. And yeah. I'm gonna have me a good day tomorrow. And y'all have y'all a real good day. Julie, Lucy, Yella, Dubs, Ivo, Damien. Beast, the only one didn't show up today. Who else? Anybody that came through. I appreciate Amy Amor. Everybody that came through. Love y'all. And I holla. You don't know.